the Conquering Mountain Scrapper with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with another episode of Happy Scrappy Overflow. Yay! And now the PDF is going to be in your show notes below. You only have to make 4 of these because these are the outer border. It's an optional. The outer border. These are the blocks for the corners of the outer border. Very cool, very fun, quick and easy kite or beam block. Sometimes this is known as beam, sometimes it's known as kite. You know, this is what makes beginners so confused and irate with us. Everything has like 2 or 3 names. It's like, oh, good grief. Anyways, so you only have to make 4. This is your easy week. And then next week, we'll start assembling the blocks. So this is going to be really a lot of fun. Now, before we get started, let's do our shout outs because I'll forget. Tracy Mooney at So Supportive and Yvonne at the Fabric Hut. Both of these are very talented YouTubers, and they have all sorts of fun things going on there in their channel. So you guys got to go check them out. And if you like what you see, please go tell them that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. We just have so much fun giving these shout outs, and it's some kind of nice boost for them to hear from other viewers. Also, making comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, hype on your cell phones, hit the bell. All of that helps drive our analytics forward so we meet new viewers that we can give free patterns to. And we just have a blast doing that. My husband and I we have so much fun doing these videos. It's like unreal. What a blessed voyage we've been on. We also have a Facebook group. It's warm and welcoming. And we have a virtual sewing room hosted currently by Discord. We have all sorts of fun chats and family exchange or fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. Those fun chats also, they'll have all of like the Happy Scrappy Overflow chat will be in there so you can see all the questions that were asked and how all the answers were. So if you're doing this like a year from now, you can go through that. You can join that chat and actually, oh, okay, like that's what happened. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, those kinds of things are really, really good to have handy. It's kind of like your reference material. Also, I speak for free to quilting gals and quilting groups. And if you need to get a hold of me, the About tab has my email address, or you can get a hold of me through the Facebook group. I'm a little faster at Facebook than I am at YouTube, but you know, we do get the job done. And we try very much to make an accommodation to the guilds and groups so that, you know, I can talk to you guys. Shout outs. You guys are sending me some amazing shout outs. There's a lot of shout outs I've been getting that I didn't know existed. So I am so happy that you guys are doing this. So again, send it to me through email under the About tab or message me through Facebook. I cannot believe some of the great channels I have discovered with you guys looking for me. That is just amazing. But don't tell them we're sneaking around and doing something nice. That's very important. We sneak around and do things nice. Now, I am involved in 2 collaborations this spring, summer, and fall. And both of them I'm having a lot of fun with. The first one is the Quilter Circle Challenge. Now that involves Future Cat from New Zealand, Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Plus, Kelly from Silly Moon Sewing, Sam Alberts, Deb from Sewing with Debbie, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces of Myself. What we're doing is themes, and what does that theme mean to you? What pops into your head when somebody says that theme? And we're just having a blast. Now, not only are we challenging each other, we're challenging our viewers. So this has been, we've seen some amazing stuff come out of these challenges. So you guys, it's really fun, really important. Make sure you subscribe to everybody there too so that you don't miss any of the fun challenges. The other one is called Back to Basics. Now, sewing handmade by Yang with Donna assembled a bunch of YouTubers, and we're all doing back to basics videos. Now, they're geared for beginners. However, if you picked up some bad habits, that's actually a really good collaboration to go and look at because there's all sorts of people that are doing some amazing teaching. So you can kind of bring your skills back up to snuff. So those are some fun, you know, collabs that we're doing. Also, let's see, So Yeah is doing their Alaska Charity Drive, and it ends August 15th. So if you want to participate, please jump on that bandwagon. Their YouTube link and their .com link are going to be there below. The only thing I'm giving you is the end date. So if you want more information, please contact them. I don't want to make comments on this drive. I just want to advertise there's a drive for charity quilts. Also, our Zoom sew dates are there first Saturday of the month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time because I'm in Alberta, Canada. I think that's it, yes. So come on in. Let's get to the sewing of step 8 and the outer cornerstones. Okay, we're at the sewing machine for step 8. You need scissors, of course. You know, tape is your best friend, especially kind of doing foundation paper piecing. Paper scissors to help you cut out the pattern. A tracing wheel I use to mark my pattern, right, all the way around. And then you can see the little bumps on the back as to where you need to line up. I just find it really useful. It helps the paper turn as well, which is always a godsend. Now the funny story was, did I promise you guys a funny story? Yes, I did. The funny story here is I was going to, let's see, how do I best explain that? I was going to do this all by, here, let's use this piece, this weird shaped piece. I was doing this by foundation paper piecing, and as I'm going through Happy Scrappy Overflow, I'm going, wow, I'm running out of fabric pieces, and I'm like, what am I going to do when I do run out of fabric pieces? That's too short. Ooh, let's do the 5 cents. Let's do that. Let's put the 5 cents in. This ticket fabric is so cute. Now this piece for me is too small, so I would just pitch it into the bin for your pet bed. Now you just hold your work in place, and it creates a little knot. Bounce it up and down a few times, and go across, and then hold it in place about a 1/4 inch after. Sharp needle, reduce stitch length. All very, very helpful, and it helps perforate the paper as well, right? So it makes it a little easier to rip apart. All right, so there we go. I'll just get that. Let's put this. Oh, that's green. I should probably put a blue in or something. Hang on, what have I got here? I've got all the leftover bits from everything else. Oh, let's put some purple. Let's put some purple in. We haven't done purple in a while. Purple and pink, yes, purple and pink would look lovely. There. And just move that out, just like so. There. And so you want to vary, when you're doing string blocks, you want to vary the width of them. That way it looks more interesting. It doesn't look, you know, too planned. And I know some people, my strings are this. Well, yeah, that's true. But if you can avoid it at all possible, that's a good idea to avoid it. Avoid that. Having your strings all the same width. I don't do anything that's larger than 2 inch. I'm taking aside and I'm taking out my favorite size of jelly roll strips, right? So, I mean, I have that going on. Oh, let's put that in. Let's put that in. Yeah, that'll work. And again, this bit here that I'm cutting is too small, so it goes in with the pet beds. Yeah, strings and crumbs are on their last legs in my world here. They come in and they get made into something, anything that's a little bit big or, you know, anything like that, right? Just, it goes away. Well, come on, let go. There we go. Wow, that was weird. Why is there so much? Okay, there. There we go. Now, ooh, we should put a blue in there. Do I have a blue is big enough? Do I have a blue? Oh, I should do gold. Oh, that would look good. Yeah, a gold would look good. And is it wide enough? Not quite. Let's do this yellow instead. Yes, it's wide enough. And it will reach the point. Yay! There. Now, beam or tight or whatever. I hear both, right? So I'm kind of like, these beam blocks are always so much fun to do. I like putting them into designs, and for some people, it's just easier if they foundation paper piece them. I have done them with, oh, I'm going to leave that alone right where it is. There. Now, I just about ran out of colored strings. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have enough. And believe it or not, it came real close down to the wire as to how many I had. So I'm saving these for now. For now, we're saving them because we don't have many left. I will show you, hopefully, in the exit video, how many strings I'm actually working with for color. This is all the low volume stuff I have left now, right? So I'm just like, oh dear. Now, I'm only going to cut or trim one side, because that one side will make quite a bit of difference. Okay. And it's air. Just like that. Okay, now, let's see. I'm going to put this pale panda, I don't know, it's gray and white. This is just such a pretty... Now, I'm not going to sew it like this. I'm going to flip it over and make sure I follow the line. Because then I have a nice, crisp looking block, you know, that has been perfectly pieced. And that's where the foundation paper piecing / string block hybrid wins out, is because it's, you know, slashed. You know, it's kind of, you still have the precision of a foundation paper piece, but you have a string block, right? Now we're just going to fold over the other side and move this all out. Now, one of the things too I find myself doing as I'm going through my crumb strings, you know, the tinier stuff, I tend to use the odd shaped pieces first whenever I can, because I just find when they're in my crumb bin, they don't get used. So that's a perfect place to use them. I'm going to pull out. This is a low volume for me. In my life, this is a low volume. And again, you don't sew it from this side, just lay it down nice and neat, and you flip it over. There we go. Very nice. Out. Now, okay. Now we do this. We just move this out of the way. Now, if I take this piece, it's probably a little dark, but it works. It works. It does work. And I'm just going to put that down right there and move it out because it's a low volume. I have other pieces of this color in the quilt in the low volume areas, so it will work. And it's an odd shaped piece, and it can go. We no longer need that kind of stuff in my... And we've got two pieces, just nice and neat. Nice. And let's see. No, I just need one piece here. Now this is a bit big, but it'll work. It works. It works. It works. You just need 2 or 3 pieces on the side, but you want to make sure you have good coverage for your corner. So, there we go. Oh. Here. So we've got some fun stuff going on. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to do my stay stitching right now, even before I trim it. When you get to the corner, like you're sewing in the seam allowance, you get to the corner, and what you want to do is you wish to pivot with the needle down. So that way you're not skipping somewhere. Yeah. Just like that. Just like that. You only need 4 of these, so this is kind of nice, you know. Doesn't matter what size you're making, you need 4. You know, because it's 4 corners. Okay, here we go. Nice. Nice and neat and right off the hop. There we go. Move this out of the way a little bit. Now this is a 4.5 inch block. So you want to lay, oops, where's this? Right there, yes. Right there. Oh, just a little hair over. And now it's all been stay stitched. It's lovely and neat. And let me get that all lined up. Oops. Wait a minute, come on. There we go. There we go. Now, one thing I will tell you is it doesn't matter where you start in the kite area or the beam area. I mean, I started at the widest part because, you know, but if you start, like, say, in the middle, then you're going to go out in both directions, right? So, anyways, that's it. Let's get to our big ta-da moment. So, here's our big ta-da moment. This is the block we sewed, and this comes apart really quickly. It's, you know, it takes nothing. I put my feet up, and normally, and if I've got a bunch to peel, we'll sit there with our feet up watching Netflix or a movie or something with hubby at night, and they just come apart. You know, they just quick, fast, efficient way of moving out string. Now, you see here, this is it. From after 3 string quilts in a row, we've done 3 string quilts in a row now. This is all the colors I have left. And most of it is green, this green, because I only use, like, you know, one or 2 pieces per quilt, because I didn't want every quilt to have a bunch of green in it. So yeah, that's all. That's it. And I was panicking. Yes, I will admit I was panicking. I was like, oh, I might not have enough strength. But I did. It's all good. It's all good. Like I say, we did have put in some solid pieces there with the last border. Now, again, this is a border piece. These are borders. So they are optional on your quilt. So if you think your quilt's getting big enough, right, you can quit before you hit the border. The nice thing about having a border on your quilts, or a bigger border on your quilts, is that you use up more strings. So if you're still looking at a lot of strings going, holy mercy in heaven, I will never get through all of these, then make the borders. I mean, all it is making it into a bigger quilt. That's all. And, you know, like, I've made queen size quilts, and I think they're fine. I tend to make my quilts a little bit on the big side for kids, because kids turn into adults, and a twin quilt that might be okay for a little one, like a toddler just moving into their big bed, is probably not big enough for an adult, you know. And it does provide, you know, if you make a crib quilt bigger, so there we are. If you make a crib quilt bigger, not only are you using more scraps, you're actually, you know, bringing them somewhere, you know, so they could bring something familiar from their crib to their big girl or big boy bed. So that's how fast it took to peel it. If I wasn't flapping my gums, it would have been faster, but hey, you know, we gotta talk to you guys. So, but this is it. This is all the colors I have left. We made it. So the next one won't have any strings. The disappearing pinwheel is going to be next. Where the next one of this is going to be assembling the blocks and then putting the blocks and the sashing together and then the borders. So there's 3 more episodes, and then we get to the disappearing pinwheel. So when we finally get a date as to when that disappearing pinwheel will drop, we'll start, you know, putting comments in there. But anyways, you guys, I hope that you just have an absolutely grand week ahead. It has been so much fun coming up with these fun sew-alongs for you guys. I have a whole bunch of different designs and ideas going on all the time. And I'm always happy to use up my scraps and let you guys use up your scraps too. So you guys stay well, take care. Win bob and chicken once in a while just for me. Okay, until we meet each other again. Bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your lives, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.